Good morning, family. Today we are at we are approaching the bridge to get over to the Theodore Roosevelt Island. It's accessible only from the Virginia side. You have to take the George Washington Parkway, Memorial Parkway, and then exit off of that to cross over on the bridge to get to the island. So that's what we're doing. Okay, family, we are on the island now, and I just wanted to show you, give you a visual of where the island is. See, this is Theodore Roosevelt Island, and if you can take a look here, you'll see that the island sits in the Potomac River. So this is actually an island in Washington, D.C. that sits on the Potomac River. So also, there are 3 trails that you can walk here. You have the Swamp Trail, Wood Trail, Upland Trail. If you want to get to the memorial, you would take the Wood Trail, and I'll show you the difference. So this is the Wood Trail. I'm here, and you would just take this trail. That's the Memorial Park, or Memorial Plaza, and this is on the Wood Trail. Now you can take other trails, one that runs straight down the middle of the island, and then the Swamp Trail does the perimeter of the island. So it depends on, you know, what terrain you want to explore, how long you want to explore, and what you actually want to see. So So we're here at the Memorial Plaza. It's quite interesting. So this one says the state, ours is a government of liberty, by, through, and under the law. A great democracy has got to be progressive, or it will soon cease to be great or a democracy. Order without liberty and liberty without order are equally destructive. At the bottom it says, in popular government, results worth having can be achieved only by men who combine worthy ideals with practical good sense. If I must choose between righteousness and peace, choose righteousness. Well, the first cemented pillar is about nature, and it says, I know the trees are kind of casting a shadow. It's hard for you to read on screen, but I'll read it for you. It says, there is delight in a hardy life of the open. There are no words that can tell the hidden spirit of the wilderness, that can reveal its mystery, its melancholy, and its charm. The nation behaves well if it treats the natural resources as assets, which it must turn over to the next generation, increased and not impaired. Conservation means development as much as it does protection. Okay, so this one, second pillar, cemented pillar, is about manhood. And it says, a man's usefulness depends upon his living up to his ideals insofar as he can. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. All daring and courage, all iron endurance of misfortune make for a finer and nobler type of manhood. Only those are fit to live who do not fear to die, and none are fit to die who have shrunk from the joy of life and the duty of life. So beautiful here, guys, and peaceful, and it's not a lot of people here. I guess it is big enough where, you know, if there's a little bit of a crowd, people can spread out safely. Looks like people do come here to walk the dogs and to ride bikes. They can't ride the bikes actually here in the park, but they can, you know, some of the other trails that are attached. So it's a good place to hike, walk, jog, walk your dogs, or just have lunch, dinner, coffee, or just to chill out. It's very peaceful. As you can hear, there's plenty of birds here, and I think there's some other wildlife that might be here as well, ducks, etc. If you haven't been here, it's worth checking out. I think it's a pretty cool statue as well. I'm trying to wait for some people to pass away from the statue so that I can take a picture over there. Okay, let's see what else we can find. So the trees, according to that sign back there, all the trees on the island are less than 100 years old. They are the result of what sprouted up after the island was cleared from its original purpose, which was farming. So there was a family that owned this island, and they used it for farming before the government took over. And so all of these trees are sprouted up on their own, and they're less than 100 years old. Tell you what, guys, it's such a wonderful feeling to be outside. As you can see, I'm on this trail and there's hardly anybody here. I can take my mask off and be outside and enjoy Mother Nature. And I encourage you guys to do the same. We all need vitamin D, so please don't stay closed up inside when you have other options. And like I said, this is probably less than 10 minutes from downtown DC. You can access the island if you come northbound on the George Washington Memorial Parkway. You'll see the exit. It says Theodore Roosevelt Island, and the parking lot is literally right there off the exit. Or you can metro into Roslyn, Virginia, and just walk 2 blocks to get to the bridge that you would have to walk over anyway. It's so amazing that these birds are not afraid of me. I guess maybe because I'm in their habitat. But look at them, they're just walking along with me. Oh, wow. So I was able to do 2 trails today, and I'm gonna end my visit here and exit the island, cross over to the bridge to get to my car. But I wanted you to see this last view. Okay guys, this is the end of the trail. I've crossed over the bridge. I am almost off the island, and that's it. Love you guys. See you in the next video.